change the name and get the countdown ready. Oh, you're already live. You already hit the live. All right, we're live. We are live. I didn't know that. All right.
Hey everybody, welcome. Got Darrell and you got Southwest Jeff here.
And we've got some stuff to talk about. We have somebody that was just up here. They lost connection or something. They'll be back up. We have another gal coming up. Some of you may know who she is. And we're going to be discussing some things. Darrell may drop the link at some point. And then we have...
Testing. Check
There
1,
we
2,
go.
3.
Oh,
Okay,
damn.
we can hear now.
Oh, that's loud. You might want to turn his mic down just a little bit.
I'll turn it down. Don't touch it. I just fixed it. Please don't touch it. I'll fix it. Is it better? Is that good?
It's definitely better. Yeah. I have to start out by saying, not that I need to. I just want to, but I got a little white girl wasted last night on my stream. Well, actually, I stopped. I think you call them a pony. It's like a double shot shooter, a bourbon, and I bought a 4-pack of 16-ounce malt liquor Hurricane. And I was like, you know what? I just want to chill. You know, I was going to do a shot, maybe have a beer. I did the double shot during Ryan Fireside stream. It didn't really kick in that much, and I started sipping on a beer. By the time I started my stream, I didn't realize how buzzed I was. At the very end, I realized, oh my gosh, my tolerance is so low. I don't want to cross the invisible line. So I put the other few beers I had left down, and I ended the stream, and shortly thereafter went to sleep. So I did catch myself getting a little too... Plus, I've got this 7-gram cart that my ex-wife actually got me at a grower's dispensary, some kind of event. And it was only $30 for a 7-gram cart of pure indica extract. So I had that too. So I was
smoked
toasty
indica?
last night.
I love the indica. I got purple weed.
Yeah, this is good. We got Brian K in the house. What's up, Brian K?
Brian K is here. I'm Brian B. Sox, dude.
Yeah, Brian. I met Brian K, I believe, in your side of the YouTube world. Yeah, Cat Eyes here.
Brian K is.
He's been a member of my channel from, I think, the beginning. Right, Brian? He can tell you I've got tons of hours of stuff on my members. A lot of the old drunk streams and everything else. Guys, you might want to hang around a lot. In fact, if you can get some people from the pred catching community to come over here, we might be able to solve something today. This is actually it was kind of unexpected, but there is a possible exposure tonight. So if you guys could share it out, I would appreciate that. I know Darrell would and B-Sox, and we have another gal that's coming up. I've never met her on panel before. I have seen her, I believe, in many different communities around YouTube, and she's got firsthand info. And then we'll be doing a background check behind the scenes, and it might take a couple days or so, but we will get the information. We don't want to falsely accuse anybody, but we do have questions, and we wish we had some. I appreciate all 11 people being here. Wait, how many people's here now? 11? 13. Wow, Darrell, that's pretty good. 13. You're moving on up, brother.
Moving on up.
We got Anthony Joe.
Am I allowed to drink up here or what?
Yeah.
Am I allowed to smoke up here?
It's up to Darrell. He's not monetized, so I think you're good.
I don't mind.
Anthony, glad you're here too.
Yeah, you're good. You know, it's funny, I found out about a new drink, or not really new. I guess it started like 2016. It's called Snake Venom. It's a Scottish beer. And what they do is it's actually got 2 yeasts in it. It got a beer and champagne. And they germinate it and then freeze it, re-germinate it, and then refreeze it. And they do this a few times. And the alcohol content is 67.5%.
Holy shit. Dude, that's almost... It's not moonshine level, but my gosh.
That is definitely malt liquor level.
Well, that's way above malt liquor.
No.
They suggest no more than 1.2 ounces of serving.
Wow.
Now, I watched a video on YouTube of a guy from Alabama who just got a new bottle of it, and he took a shot of it. It was the funniest thing. Man, he was just hacking, and it was burning his throat. It was looking like he was just keel over. And I'm just like,
yeah.
I was looking around at like 40, 49.50 to like 90 pounds because it's not US, but in the pounds currency. I'm like, holy shit, that's a lot for one drink.
I got a
It's
natty,
like,
daddy.
Hold on real quick. Sorry, I got to address something. Sorry. NTF, I'm going to give you a warning. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to issue a warning here. I'm not going to time you out. I'm going to delete that message. Anything else that's nasty, and you might want to be here. This involves some stuff that a lot of people need to be here. So I'm going to try to be nice, but that is your warning. So there's your warning. And I'm going to erase that first message that says Jeff is a loser. We're not putting up with that today. So you're not timed out.
How dare you call Jeff a loser, ma'am? You're a loser.
Anyways, I kind of want her to be here. I kind of want a lot of people to be here, whatever side they're on, because they need to hear about this. All right. So, Daryl, I didn't mean to interrupt. Hey, what's up, K-Swizzle?
It's all good, but yeah, I don't know how many ounces the bottle is. It's a little bigger than a 12 ounce, but I'm like, yeah, that's a pretty expensive bottle of beer. I don't know how many ounces the bottle is. It's a little bigger than a 12
ounce. Somebody's echoing. They got something on the back. All right, B-Sox, do you have a way you can send me the picture of this person and see if anybody recognizes him from a catch?
I'm actually I just found a, I don't know if I found that, but I haven't watched the video. The dragon lore and other fun.
Yeah, just you can text it to me and I can crop it. Oh, see, Daryl can't put it up. Shit, you'd have to show it on your. You'd have to put B-Sox on the solo layout, and I'll have to show you from his camera. Is your live still up that we were just on with the thumbnail of him?
Yeah.
All right, so it was
What,
on.
You want the thumbnail?
I do, but there's nothing really I can do because he uses. Wait, Daryl, did you purchase StreamYard?
Did I what?
Did you buy StreamYard?
No.
The logo's not up there, is it?
Or no, it's not actually.
You may have.
I had gotten something on StreamYard, but it wasn't like I bought it.
They may have gave you a free trial.
They gave me like a $10 or something.
Yeah.
We're like doing a referral.
Right. Yeah, I got that too. Because you should be able to upload.
Now, like my whole background's blacked out.
Yeah, like a couple backgrounds and a couple overlays where I can see the picture and we can actually put it on screen.
So it's like kind of looking confusing to me at first. I'm like, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah. No, Anthony's pretty cool for the most part. We had our whatevers, but I actually heard him a couple times on a couple different streams. He's actually pretty reasonable. He's been around the community for quite a while. What's up, Control? We got Control who doesn't really like me, but that's okay. It's all good. We don't fight or anything like that. Just sometimes jabbing each other a little bit. He's cool. But once B-Sox, now he was caught, you think, by a catcher or catcher group in Montana, correct? That's what we were allegedly thinking.
I know that's where he's from. I don't know if it was that. Yeah, maybe Alex might have done it. Who knows?
What's up, Blazing Star? That's what I'm thinking, because when I saw the thumbnail and you told me I need you over here, and then
Now is
you mentioned
NTF the whale lover?
who?
Is that NTF?
Oh yeah,
The,
yeah. That's the actual MTF.
the
Yeah.
eco-friendly lady?
No, I don't think she's. You're probably thinking of it.
She was up on. I was up there. I thought she was just completely awoke, dumb.
I don't know. There's actually another NTF I saw on YouTube that has like a lot of subscribers, but I don't know. That's the NTF we know.
Does anybody know the dragon? Tony the Dragon.
Yeah. Is that one? That's one of his screen names, right?
His actual channel name is Tony894, and we're trying to see, is he actually what people says he is? Because I've seen something that disturbed me, but I don't know.
And you're in your
It could have
car.
been AI generated bullshit.
So you guys know who Cyrax is, right, everybody? I think most people know who Cyrax is. NTF, Blazing Scar would probably know Control. I think everybody here probably knows who Cyrax is.
Yeah.
And hold on, let me get some answers, and then I'll let you tell your story, what you saw in that clip between Tony, the guy we're talking about, and he's welcome.
Tony and Cyrax?
Yes. You guys know who Cyrax is?
They know who Cyrax is. Who doesn't know who that goofy looking motherfucker isn't? Now, we're not trying to launch an investigate. I'm not trying to do all that. Don't try to bait the guy, and don't try to do none of that. But we are looking. I'm trying to find out if this guy has, I think it might have been a decoy catch, maybe. This is a valid question from B-Sox to the hunter community. If anyone out there is watching.
What's up, Steve Dave? Appreciate Control. But yeah, go ahead and tell everybody what you saw. And this was a clip on Cyrax.
I saw Cyrax and Tony. I call him Tony Baloney, but you guys have a different Tony Baloney around here.
Well, he changed his screen name a while back to OCP. But
no, his name is the Dragon, or Tony894. Tony894.
Wait, is that his handle on YouTube at Tony894?
That's what I've seen him
is it
comment as? Yeah.
Is it lowercase, uppercase? How's it spelled? So
here, let me see if I can find the channel because I'm not subscribed.
What was the number?
Hey, Blazing Scar.
894.
894. 894. Blazing's pretty good.
Oh yeah, right here. I got his channel right away.
Okay, if you could. Well, I don't know if we want to put the link in the chat.
Well, I'm gonna send it to you. That's what I'm gonna do.
All right. Let's see here. Is it Tony with a Y or an I?
It's Tony, no space, just the 894.
Okay.
And then type in channel, on your little settings and put channel.
Yeah, I've got it.
And he'll come up.
Yeah.
He's got a live stream 2 days ago.
Yeah, he's got one video with 442 subscribers, so he might be one of those people who deletes a lot of his stuff.
Who is BDL 894?
I don't know. Hey, Lenny.
That's his handle. We're gonna screenshot this. That's what I'm gonna do. I screenshotted it.
That's disgusting. Southwest. Get out of here. You're not welcome here.
You're not welcome here. Don't be an a-hole.
Hey, what's up, Angela? We got
but in all actuality, folks, I hope this guy is not a a wheelchair. Thingy.
Is there any way you can
know
show
what
the
thingy?
people his picture? No, it's just a. Does he?
Can I put it up? Can I put it on my avatar? That's probably the only way I could do it. I don't know if you got a computer, but
I do, but it's not my channel. But let me ask you a question before you put his picture up. Is this picture already been, in case he's innocent, because we haven't looked yet, is his picture already out there on YouTube? It's public or whatever? Or is
yeah, this was in a live stream.
Okay. Do you want to put his
Not
picture?
his live stream. This is on a guy's named Badcore live stream.
Oh, gotcha. What's up, Steve Dave? What's up, mail order, lady boy? Whoever that is.
I gotta redo it.
If you could put B-Socks, Darrell, on the solo layout, that would be great. If you're still not busy, way people can see more.
Like that?
Yeah. There it is.
Tony looks like that, folks.
He looks so freaking familiar too. That's the thing. And I'm not judging. I'm not saying that's anybody. We're not accusing. But he did say that. Well, B-Sock, tell him what you heard him and Cyrax talking to each other about.
I basically heard him and Cyrax arguing. In my opinion, this is what I got from the whole thing. And I gotta find, maybe I could find the clip or not, but I heard him and Cyrax arguing basically who was the biggest P3DO is what I gathered from the whole situation.
It was just them two?
It was them two and some other guy. I don't know who the other guy was. It was on like someone else's channel.
Okay.
So it wasn't like a Cyrax channel or a Tony channel. It was Cyrax and Tony on a different channel. If that makes sense.
Yeah. So basically.
But from what I heard is that Tony is in a wheelchair.
Hey, what's up, Sammy?
And people call him wheelchair Tony or whatever.
Right.
But he was supposedly caught in a mall trying to meet up with an underage person.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm either, because he's not my friend, but there is, I hate a false apology and I hate a real apology, but you know what? He is in a wheelchair, so, and I hate to be the one to expose him if it's true.
Right.
But, I'm hoping it's not true.
Exactly.
So maybe the guy could I could validate and clear his name maybe.
Right. And that's what we're going to do.
And if he isn't, I would stick up for him and
apologize, I guess, right? Or something like that. That's what you said in your stream.
I won't apologize. There ain't no me apologizing for nothing. I don't make fun of the guy.
Well, yeah, I keep
other
forgetting.
People can apologize.
The
I'm
clip,
just
the clip itself.
Non-biased here, kind of.
Yeah, I keep on forgetting about that.
But I personally, I don't like the guy because of who he hangs out with, if that makes sense. But I've never went after him for it,
Right. Exactly.
Not for that, at least.
So, is anybody in chat recognize that face? He was caught, or he lives in Montana. I don't know if he was caught there.
I don't know either.
When I first saw the thumbnail, heard the name, and I actually got his real information. I'm not going to dox, obviously, but I do have his real information. We are going to do a background check. It's going to be done. But when I first saw B-Sox had messaged me, texted me, whatever it was, and
your expertise, Jeff.
I don't have much expertise, but I did.
He's got more than me, people.
It got my attention, and I didn't even respond to B-Sox's text message. I just jumped over to his channel and asked for the link, and then we went.
And I'm all for sticking up for someone in a wheelchair that's getting falsely accused.
Right. Yeah.
Because I hope he's not. But at the same time, if he is, what am I going to do about it? I just want to know.
I mean, it's like him and Cyrax bragging about who is the most P3DO. Am I correct on that? To make sure I'm not.
That's what I've gathered from the whole clip.
They're basically admitting to the world that they are, and then again, publicly announced. A certain big catcher said they did have Cyrax on the decoy situation, and he bailed and never went through. But that's all I know about that. I won't even say who that catcher is. They did do it on their live stream recently and talked about that because somebody in chat asked. I don't know a lot about the Cyrax character. I know he's a weird looking.
He's a weird looking feller.
Yeah, I didn't even know if he was a dude or a guy. I think he's a dude. I don't know. I heard he transformed. I don't know. But yeah.
He's made himself into a it.
An it. Yeah.
An it.
And TF's trying to get thrown out.
So if there's only two genders, Jeff, right?
Right.
I have this question about what is a hermaphrodite?
Still two genders. It's somebody, if I remember correctly, it's somebody that's born with both parts, if you know what I mean. Or is that the...
So they're born with a wiener and a vajayjay?
Yeah.
God.
But still, that's just two genders. Anyways, I don't want to get into all that.
Usually one of the genitals is more dominant than the other.
So if one's smaller than the other or something, it's...
Well, we really changed it. A different subject pretty damn quick. Damn B-Sox. Hey, what's up, Lisa?
Well, you said something about the two gender thing, so I do have that question. You're an it at this point. You're non-binary yet, maybe. Whatever that means.
Daryl, if you don't mind, and B-Sox, if you don't mind, there's a few new people that came in. See if they recognize this guy of a possible catch. You said possibly at a mall?
I think it is. I don't know. I never saw the video.
And we do have his real information. We're going to do a background check. But we don't want to falsely accuse anybody, but he does show his face publicly, so it's not a dox. It's his avatar. Daryl could put you on a solo layout. Maybe somebody else might recognize the guy because he does look familiar, possibly from a possible catch. Oh, he just put himself on solo layout.
I know the guy, but I don't know that guy like that, you know. So he's recognizable to me, but not to others, right. Maybe. Jeff says maybe he looks familiar.
Was that the one you used on your thumbnail? I thought it was a different one, but I couldn't.
No, it's that one.
That one. The first thing that caught my attention, like when you messaged me and I saw that for a brief second before it went to the live, I thought of a CC unit catch. So I was asking what state, without doxing. Does anybody else recognize that dude? Possibly. We're not falsely accusing anything. We are going to look into it, but he was on a stream of sorts that B-Sox just talked about and was bragging to Cyrax that they were both.
It was more like a R-tard screaming match.
They were bragging about who was the most P3D.
And many other things they were arguing about.
Hey, what's up?
I mean, they were yelling at each other, dude.
That's crazy.
It was like two art, and they are both mentally challenged, but I'm mentally challenged too, so who cares?
If you want to send me the clip, I could probably post it. I'll have to do some editing.
Yes, if I can find the clip, I definitely will.
Yeah. Or just put it in chat, and that way I don't have to post it. But yeah. But if I need to, I can. I haven't uploaded anything in a couple of weeks, so it can be something I can upload.
Steve
actually,
Dave says, I recognize him from the Cyrex and Bill
oh shit.
community.
Oh, so he knows. Okay, somebody okay, thank you, Steve. Okay, yeah, the upcoming podcast is coming. Yeah, it's a matter of when we're going to start dropping them. But we'll get to that later. Let me get to the comment where Steve. Wait, Bill, as in Bill, GGBG, Bill Powell, some other Bill, DM me an IG to ask to send pizzas to Tony's house, and then he gave me the address. Are you serious, Steve Dave? Or is that like a joke? Haystack. No, he's been uploading concert. I did see him in a chat. Oh goodness, what chat was that? I didn't really come back to, was it yesterday? So it would have been before that, like a few weeks, maybe 10 days, something like that. And yeah, we were cool. We were saying what's up, all that stuff. I don't know. I have been told by a mutual friend of ours that I'm not going to mention any names, but he's, I guess, upset with me or something. I'm just literally trying to be nice to as many people as possible, and it's people don't like it. And, some people just don't like it. I'm trying to unburn a lot of bridges, and even last night, my tolerance is so low. By the time I started my stream after Ryan's, I was pretty toasted. And I realized I didn't want to cross that invisible line, so I stopped and ended the stream like after an hour and 13 minutes. I was just planning on having the shooter and maybe a beer just to chill, and it hit me harder than I thought. I had a few more beers, but something like that. But and then plus I had my THC pin, so that escalated too. Anyway, sorry. It's Daryl's panel. Did you want to drop the link, Daryl? It's up to you. I can drop it for you. You can take D-Socks off the solo layout if you want. I think people saw him by now.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. Just don't let anybody up unless, you know what I mean? Just be very careful, if you know what I mean. Any questions, you're happy to ask me. You can ask me, obviously, here on the live, or if you want to do it in private chats, whatever you want to do. Understand when they are backstage, they can access private chat. But this will be the first time I think you've ever dropped a link in your stream. But don't let anybody up unless we talk a little bit first, if you know what I mean. Just to be careful and have that solo layout ready and all that stuff. So there is the link, everybody. I don't think Steve Dave comes up on panels, but it would be nice to hear, kind of up here what he knows about this character. So he did see him on the Cyrex, and then let me go back and see. Angela G, do you know who we're talking to? Did you recognize that dude? It's B-Sox's avatars. He goes by Dragon. What now? Was it Dragon something?
The Dragon.
The Dragon.
Tony.
894
or something like that.
That's his handle.
He might be a P3DO. Who knows, folks?
Oh, it's Steve Dave. I have a face for radio. Yeah, I do too, Steve Dave. No, Angela. Yeah, I thought maybe she's been around YouTube longer than I have, so I figured she might know, or somebody else. I know Blazing Scar's been around for a while too. I think Darrell can handle himself. Jeff.
Do you know Steve Dave?
Yeah. He's a mod on my channel.
Steve Dave, why don't you come up here and tell us a little bit about this guy, please?
Did do panels. I
Oh,
don't think that's.
could you tell us a little bit about this guy? Because I don't know much besides this ain't my channel.
Right.
A wheelchair wheeling,
He trolls, but
nation loving mother trucker dude.
no, Steve Davis cool. He trolls, but he doesn't troll maliciously. He trolls for fun. So yeah, you don't have to worry about him in your channel. He's good. He's good people. We've talked in private DMs and whatnot. He's good people.
So this is the second one that mentioned Marty. He's from this Marty community. Marty died.
Rednecks. Wait, what now? Marty. I'm confused. Oh, what's going on? Sorry. Oh, okay. Cat Eyes. All right. So if you look at the bottom screen there, that's B-Sox's avatar. That guy right there. B-Sox saw some things. We're not going to dox him, obviously. We are doing a background check. I have a big catcher working on that right now. We may have it by the end of the stream, maybe tomorrow, maybe I don't know, whenever they get back to me. But we're not going to release, if he has like stupid shit like stealing tickets, or if he has like even a DWI or something like that, we're not going to release that. But there's a P3DO charge on him.
Possibly.
Or something. Yeah, possibly, allegedly, whatever.
Maybe.
Yeah, then we'll do the full exposure. But he was on a stream with Cyrax. I don't even know if Cyrax still has a channel or not, but he was
Yeah,
he had that dude had what
around.
millions of subscribers or something.
Yeah.
And B-Sox,
if views.
If you can explain to Cat Eyes what you heard them arguing about, and correct me
they
if
were
I'm
arguing.
wrong.
There was two artards on screen yelling about who's the biggest P3DO.
And they were referring to themselves, right? They were arguing who is the biggest one.
Yeah.
So there's that.
That's what I gathered from the whole thing.
Right. But we haven't doxed anything that's his avatar. He goes on camera. We have not doxed his real name. We haven't, we have all that, but we haven't done anything. We're not accusing him. He's welcome to come up and maybe clear this up for us, whatever. We got Tommy Boy Studios in the house. He's pretty good at investigating things as well. But, so yeah.
This is a legitimate question that I have for the hunter community. Maybe they might know the actual hunter that did it to this guy.
If he's from Montana, the only catcher I can think of at the moment that has been there, and even kind of recently, was Alex. But again,
this might not have been. This was a couple of years ago, I think.
Okay. Well, that would make more sense because a couple of years ago, Alex kind of started doing more of the door knocking, but he was still doing the meet at the mall or meet at the wall, thing like that. Still, he does travel the most. I don't think there's any catchers in Montana that I'm aware of.
Oh.
But for some reason, when I first saw everything, when you texted me, I saw the picture and everything. CC Unit came to my mind. That's just something that keeps gnawing at me. I feel like CC Unit caught him, but I just don't know.
Do you know CC Unit or?
I don't know. We've talked a few times, but that's it.
Is that big guy you were talking about, like the one that has a lot of subs?
No, that's Alex. Well, CC Unit does too. He has a couple channels. One's got like, I think 200K. Another one's got, I don't know what it is now, 60, 70, 80, 90K. Maybe a third channel. But yeah, he's one of the OGs. Definitely one of the first catchers I watched. Before him was, of course, Pop Squad and Anxiety Ward, some other people. Let's see. Did he have a house cleaner named Chris come over to his? Wait, okay, let me get up on chat here. I don't know if Tommy's asking somebody else about something. Or
I don't know if he had a house cleaner. Possibly he's in a wheelchair, so
he's in a wheelchair. Montana, allegedly caught at a mall. he was caught on a live stream with Cyrax bragging about who he's a bigger pedo than Cyrax. And
No, they were both in a pissy match over it.
right. I feel like we're taking over Daryl's stream. Sorry, Daryl. Chime in. It's your stream, buddy. You do what you want to do.
I knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah. Folks, Daryl don't know a lot about this community, just so you know. He don't know virtually anything. I'm trying to tell him little things and big things and this and that, and it's he'll learn some things as he goes along. So there's a lot of things he just doesn't know about, But
I mean, I'm aware of the whole catchers and stuff like that going on. And, I've seen some videos. I just never really followed it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. TBS. Daryl, do you see that? Do you have a microwave by choice? By choice? Oh, by chance.
Did I already pass it?
No, it's at the bottom there. You just trolling me a little bit.
But yeah, so me and Jeptu got a channel name figured out. When I was looking in the trademarks, apparently it takes quite a while to finally get that taken care of. So we're gonna get it set up and filed, and just do what we got to do to start our channel with the name that we chose. And then
it's actually going to be copyrighted. It'll actually have a trademark copyright next to the name.
Wow.
So,
because I know we were looking at some other names, and it's like you're seeing the particular name. Everybody's got like 4 other versions of that same name, and it's like, okay. And then we found another one that we liked, and that one I haven't found any links to anybody else using it, except for like 5 years ago, and it's considered abandoned. So it's like, all right, let's do what we got to do to get it taken care of. Because I was watching some trademark lawyer videos, and they're talking like 18 months just to get a copyright done these days. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. Because they're still working on trademark files from last year, middle of last year, when I went onto the main trademark site for the federal trademark line website.
Well, it's kind of like when I personally, I like the name, like what it stands for. But when we did when we applied and we paid for it for the LLC on CPNI, Child Protective Network International, we had big. We had big goals. We really did. We had family across seas, in the military, and family members extended, and the list goes on. So like, we had some people that were possibly going to be in Turkey and in the UK. So we thought, well, just if we're going to copyright this, or we're going to pay all this, or we're going to get it, whatever it's called, copyright it and get it under LLC and everything else, we might as well go ahead and add international at the end of it, just in case, and it never happened, of course, but we tried. And of course, we'll keep this between us. You do know that there is a loophole. I actually learned this in school, believe it or not. I think I was in middle school this time. But there's a loophole, and it still works today. I'm not going to talk about it on here, but you can have something legitimately copyrighted without it being in the system, and it's a loophole, and you can do it within like 2 days. So we're going to do that, and so however long it takes to get the registered copyright thing, but it'll officially be copyrighted by this loophole. So we should have that stream or that channel rather, and we're trying to figure out when we're going to drop it. Who are we going to drop it to? Are we going to like not drop it in this community at all, except for a few people? We don't know, but we're not going to put up with any BS. It's going to be a zero trolling channel. So if you're coming in to troll, you're just going to get banned in all your accounts.
No troll.
Yeah, it's just strictly going to be for podcast.
Yep. That way we can like just keep the group separated and conversation wise, and just be about the entertainment of these interviews that we're doing.
You're so tough, Willie. What are you doing? Huh?
Your dog.
I'm like, what did you just say?
Hey, can we get a dog reveal? Can we get Willie on camera? Maybe Darryl could put you on the
He ran away from me. He's going back to lay down.
Damn, dude.
Here, hold on. Let me see if I can. I'm trying to get my shorts on right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Don't turn on your camera without your shorts on. We want to see that.
No.
I mean,
TMI, man. TMI.
You guys will just laugh anyways. I got a millimeter, Peter.
Teeny Petey.
I got a little pee-pee, folks.
It's not even a grower. I mean,
It's not even a grower or a shower, dude. You need a magnifying glass and a pair of tweezers.
Damn.
That might even be a centimeter, Peter.
Wait, is Sabby still here? I'm scrolling up. I think she might have bailed.
Hold on.
I missed a lot of messages.
Let me see if I can get a Willie, and I need a water, so hold on.
All right. Canadian come over is here. What's up, CCO? Angela G says, I need to ask why you guys concerned with some people arguing on YouTube. Do you even know these people? No, yeah. And I said it like 5 times, Angela, and you probably said that before I answered. So I just scrolled way up. No, there was just one huge YouTuber. What does he have? Millions of subscribers? I don't know, Cyrax or whatever. And this other guy were bragging about who is the bigger pedo. And then there's more stuff, but we don't want to say too much. And then some people did recognize him in chat, and we're going to do a background check to see if he actually is, because we don't want to, put out misinformation. That's basically a long story short. But it became a concern to a lot of people in the last 24 hours. So he kind of started out over on eSox's channel, and then Darryl already had a live planned. He wanted to have his first semi-open panel, and here we are. We thought we may have a girl, a lady, whatever, female. I don't know how old she is, probably my age or so. Anyways, hey, what's up, Short Bus? Is that the real Short Bus? She's probably going to come up. She said she would come up, and I think it might be her first panel. I do not know. But most of you would probably know who she is by her screen name. She's pretty well known. Oh, we got Short Bus. Happy Meth Day. Yeah, Short Bus gets a wrench there. Darryl, he's good people. You're able to
come on up.
Yeah, you can come up, man. Let me drop the link again real quick, actually.
Hey, you got to check this out, Jeff. So Friday night after work, my work had a banquet for us. So drove out there. They had dinner. They were supplying the drinks, and they got us hotel rooms.
Nice.
So we're at the banquet, drinking like fishes, no problem. And then we they had a bowling alley in there, and the bartender was just being a bitch. She's like, there's only one drink at a time. And you have to wait 30 minutes since your last drink. And it's like, what the hell? So, which is kind of like, you couldn't buy two at a time. And then later on, after the bowling alley closed, we went to where they had a live band playing. And one of my managers came up and wanted to buy around for everybody.
Right.
And we turned around and I went up there and I had a beer in my hand. Didn't even think nothing of it. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do a shot. So I'm like, yeah, I'll take a Jaeger. And she's like, oh, we don't have that. I'm like, okay, what flavor Crown Royal do you have? We don't have that. And then she's seen the beer. Is that a beer in your hand? She's like, you can't do that. Come up here and get another drink when you have a beer in your hand.
That's
like,
crazy.
We got a Willie.
Minutes. So
We got a Willie.
We got a Willie.
We got special doggy cookies.
Right at the bar.
Uh-huh.
They're doggy Oreos.
And then slammed it on the bar. Looked at her. I'm like, can I get that drink now? And then she started screaming at me again. You got to wait 30 more minutes. And then my manager's like, hey, I'm trying to buy a brown for 7 fucking people right now. He wanted a shot and you ain't going to give it to him. So let him get this. Okay. It was fucking hilarious. Everybody around me is like, Jesus Christ, Daryl, why you got to be a dick? I'm like, well, if you're going to scream at me and talk about my drink in my hand, I'll pound it down and slam it in your face and be like, okay, it's done. Here you go. Let me have that drink now.
Hey, Daryl, I sent you a text message. If you could look at that and take care of that, I'd appreciate that if you could. And then I think B-Sox, if you could put them on solo layout so we can see Willie, that'd be cool too. I think you're learning StreamYard pretty good now.
Oop.
Oh, getting close. You can put yourself on solo layout.
There we go.
There it is. Hey, what's up, Willie? Willie the dog. Oh. He's all chilling.
That's my buddy, dude.
Oh, yeah. It's like I got my master with me, chilling. Look at me on YouTube here.
Getting ear scratches.
Yeah.
That's his favorite. I don't know why he likes to do that, but
Yeah.
why do you like to do that? That's just weird. You want to eat your own boogers too, dog?
Dude, they eat their own vomit. Come on.
Oh, you bit my nose.
Did you get my text message there, Darrell?
I already took care of it.
Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, part of Darrell's name comes from him loving Rottweilers. His handle, the Rock Dog. Hey, short bus. Real quick, can you say something?
I know we want to go back laying on the couch. It's okay. Bye.
I think we're done with the solo layout now. That was cool. Willie's a cool dog.
Willie just wants to
actually
eat cookies and be the man.
While you are doing this,
I miss my Roddy.
I
want to get another puppy for Willie to train.
Got Thaw. We got Miss Plus here.
I love dogs.
Me see if I can get this background check done while we're on stream.
Oh yeah, dude.
Just need to.
It's too bad dogs got to get old and pass away.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you said. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
Did your Rottweiler develop the what do they call it, the dementia or whatever?
No, he died of cancer.
Mm.
He had a little bit of hip displacement going too.
Oh well.
He was half American, half German, so he got a little taller, like the American Rots do.
Yeah.
And that width, like the Germans. So he was 150 pounds.
Oh.
Big boy.
Willie's 100 pounds. 95 pounds.
Wow, that's a big dog.
Yeah, he is pretty big.
And then he loved to run on the back of couches because, like, when I got him, I had a cat. So he started learning cat activities, and
Oh,
after he got a little past 75 pounds, the couches started like rolling over, so he stopped running on the back of couches.
eh,
And just
yeah.
and he just run on them, and then it's just like freaking headbutt me, man, almost knocked me out.
Well, yeah, I don't really know what Willie. He's part pit bull, but he's got something else in him. He's especially bred for hunting boars. It's got like fangs.
Boorbell? Was that
Yeah,
what it's called? A boorbell?
yeah. He's part pit bull and something else.
What was the name of the dog? It was like Boorbell. But yeah,
Well, he's got a good. I do love his personality, though. We talk every morning. You know that? He'll growl at me, and I either talk to him or I go up to him and I give him nibbles. That's where I go
Yeah.
to like the side of his face or whatever, and he does it to me. Or he's just grumpy in the morning and we just argue. It's where he just growls at me and I say, fuck you, and give him the finger, and he gets all mad, and it's a love-hate relationship between us. But he's well taken care of. I buy him doggy Oreos, folks.
Dude, when you go to town, you buy him cheeseburgers, don't you?
Yeah.
Every time you go to town on your morning streams, I catch those once in a while.
I was eating prime rib the other day. Willie was sitting there eating prime rib with me.
I used to order pizza and share my pizza with my dog.
Yeah. He doesn't really like pizza, but I mean, he likes pizza, but he gives him the, he starts shit.
All right, so just a real quick little whatever public service announcement. The person is currently going to do a background check as soon as this person is available.
Oh, yeah.
We may, I express the word may, have the answers by the end of the stream, but we shall see.
Well, hell yeah, dude. That's me in a pair of overalls, folks.
Oh yeah, he still got you on solo layout. Gil, you can go
Sorry.
back to regular if you want.
It's a
No, you're fine.
It's a horrible sight, I know.
Just trying to get caught up on the chats. Been a pretty active chat.
Yeah, it actually has.
I'm gonna start massively working out again, Jeff.
Yeah, I want to as well.
I'm gonna get big pectorials.
Pectorials
And
boobs.
big buttocks, and all the women will want to lick my taint. I'm just fucking.
Oh, shit.
I don't know. Maybe they would. I don't know. I used to run out in friggin' negative 16-degree weather. Fahrenheit, folks, not Celsius.
Right. Angela said she's getting a dog this year. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Got the Grand Trooper. We got Lenny.
Hopefully, I get to take my Asian home. My Asian wife home this year.
Right.
So Chad can stop fucking her.
Yeah, that whole visa situation from different countries, can be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, talk about making it 10 times harder. Trump's in there. I mean, I like Trump and all, but
Yeah, you used to have the Trump flag behind you in your old house.
Yeah.
In your stream.
Yep.
Remember that time people thought you were actually licking mold?
I was, dude.
No, dude, even I knew that wasn't mold. Come on, dude. I knew it wasn't mold.
I don't know what it was, dude.
And then you made a lot of money one night. It's that night that you and Sam Hill got in a huge freaking fight and he threatened you with the
I forgot how much I made.
Dude, you drank, Darrell, he was so people were donating for him to do shots through his dirty underwear, his socks, write dick on his face, all kinds of just weird, wild stuff. And oh, dude,
I had to have made at least $300, dude. So it was worth it.
Yeah,
and
he
did
made
it live.
yes.
Yeah, it was live.
Incriminating evidence.
Dicks on my face.
Yeah,
That's one thing I was never gotten for my streaking, and
Well, it didn't go that far, but I guess it could have if they paid enough.
But later on, I think is when Sam Hill. I was up on panel, and Sam Hill came up, and you guys went at it.
Yeah, and I was shit face hammered.
Yeah. You know, I never really had like much issues with Sam Hill. However, is there's just little things that you know what I mean.
That irk you?
Yeah. And now
Talk
I have
about
all.
irk, dude. That
I
guy
got
threatened
all.
me with a gun.
I know, like, but there's just little things that like he would. How do I explain it? I guess he would use me for content. To be honest with you, I feel. But we
Yeah.
did have some real moments, and I think deep down inside, I don't think he's a bad guy. But
No,
there's.
but he is
some,
just a piece of shit.
I don't even think he's a piece of shit. I just think he loves drama. A lot of us love drama. I don't like it anymore as much, but sometimes it has to be brought up. You know,
I do
sometimes
love
we have to
drama.
address.
You
Yeah,
know
a lot of
Marie?
people really do. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I like.
You know Marie? You're gonna hate Marie after this.
Well,
Huh?
I was made by my THC, but I said, Just
She's
wait to see what
dating. You know who she's dating?
don't say Rev.
No,
I don't know.
you don't like the guy.
There's a few people I've
His
unburned some
name
bridges
starts with an R.
An R.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me take a stab at this. Is this person kind of in? And I know you're independent. I get that, but I call it kind of your community because that's where I met a lot of these people. Is that person mainly in that part of YouTube or my part? I don't know.
You know.
Wait, I said Rev. You said it starts with an R. It's not Rev
R-O?
though.
It's R-O-B?
Wait.
That guy, yeah.
You're talking about Portland?
I'm talking about, his name's Rob.
Screen name, Rob?
Real name Rob.
Okay, the one that we talk about in private.
Yep.
Oh my God. Okay, everybody, that's Hebrew Hammer Operator, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. Marie
Marie.
from the UK, Marie.
Yep. Marie.
Oh shit. All right.
Is
Well,
dating
here's some news for everybody here.
Hebrew Hammer is dating Marie.
Oh my gosh. Does she have any clue what she's getting into?
I don't know. I never said nothing. I just told her I'd be nice just because I like Marie.
You need to be careful with Hebrew, dude. He P-bombs, he doxes,
I know.
he does
I'm
so
not
much
letting him
shit.
on my screen. But last time I talked to him, I basically told him to, not nice words. This ain't my stream, or else I'd say it. But, I basically told him to just,
Yeah,
let's
hey,
just say if he was wounded on the side of the street, I'd probably keep walking.
Yeah. Hey, Meth Claus, you've been around long enough. Have you been to B-Soxes enough to know who Marie is? She used to go up. Does she still go on panels quite a bit? She'd go on camera a lot.
Best
She's the one
tennis
that had
player knows who he is. Hunter DeBuck.
Yeah. Yeah, community CCO may know too. But she has glasses. She's from the UK. She's got a very strong, like a stronger UK accent.
Got a nice, it is a nice voice.
And of course,
she's dating a complete loser.
Yeah, Hebrew Hammer Operator, folks.
And for an older lady, she looks pretty good. She's
I've
creepy.
never, I don't think, had any issues with her. I know that there are people that I'm friends with that she's not, and vice versa. I get that. Unfortunately, she had to send me a doxed thing for me to take care of in a channel, and the avatar was literally her nude of her
Oh, yeah.
jugs.
Yep. I know who you're
Thankfully,
talking about.
she
This
blurred
guy?
out what she sent to me. But yeah, I had
Can I
to,
show his face, Jeff? Can we show the people?
which dude? Oh,
This guy.
Heber?
No, this guy.
Yeah, he just got out of jail. Oh, I forgot to mention that on my stream last night too, about a couple things. That just reminded me
Got
of
his
something.
back.
Actually, he just got out of jail. I think he bailed out. Okay, so for those who troll online behind sock accounts and VPNs, trust me, you are not safe. So there are a couple
Do you know
people
Brutal
already.
Mafia's real name?
No, I don't think I do. But it brought me. It was saying about somebody else, but there was actually two people that took over a year that did some horrible shit to my family and I, and it finally, justice is finally paying off. And the thing of it is I'm not allowed to talk about it. I can't say names or screen names, who they are, or anything right now. All I can say is there is one that got arrested, charged, arrested, and put in jail. And then he bailed out, he or she, and then another person who's a he or she was formally charged, and it has a court date. And I was shocked when I found out.
Brutal Mafia just went to jail. I think he's still in jail, maybe.
Yeah, I heard he got out.
Oh.
Yeah, I heard he got out like 2 days ago.
Oh, well.
Or was it yesterday? I haven't been on YouTube, so it may have been yesterday. I saw him in a chat, actually. People were saying, welcome out or something. Yeah, same thing. I think he went to jail for the same thing. He was trolling people to the point of making death threats or something. I don't want to say the wrong thing. Maybe you know. But
I don't know.
It took
he disappeared.
a year and a half.
He's afraid of B-Sox, dude.
Yeah, you were the first person to expose. He was up on your panel, and you had the P blocker up.
I got a whole 12-minute video of his fucked up looking face.
But like I said, I'm just being honest with you, B-Sox. Him and I have never had a. Now I heard that he'd done some shady shit in the background to me, like in Discord and even on YouTube. But as far as anything else, like we've never had any issues with each other. I'm just being honest with you. Like he's never done me wrong. Like Rachella, she's the one that goes after me more than anybody. I don't even know who I don't even know who she is, except that that's his now ex-girlfriend. That's all I really know about her.
Oh, she's going out with that Poon guy.
He's a loser.
Oh, definitely, dude. He's got one leg and he's still a loser.
Oh, there's more than that wrong with him. And then one of my quote-unquote friends in this community found one of the old videos, which I had screen recorded. I was going to post it, but it was like going to be in 3 parts. But they actually posted that video from like 2-3 years ago of him and Alex AOC. AOC, and at that time, Lexi Lou and I were fighting, arguing, whatever you want to call it, and then we finally squashed our beef. But yeah, all he ever says is what everybody else says. It's like if you go back maybe 5-10 years, if somebody didn't agree with you, people called you a racist. That's the word they went to. Nowadays, they call you a P3DO. They don't like you, or they feel like they're going to win an argument. They just call you a P3DO, or you're a P3O, whatever protector, or you're whatever. Fill in the blank. It's like when he was calling.
We could do a live stream about Tony on your channel one day.
It's up to you. It's up to y'all. But if it comes back that he is one, I have to expose it. So it doesn't matter what.
I don't give a shit.
I mean, I would probably say my channel because I probably would draw more people. It would get more exposure. but it's up to y'all. I mean, if you want to do it,
Maybe you could throw it out there on a live stream, and
yeah.
maybe it was a catch and he was never convicted kind of thing. I don't know.
Hey, hold on, guys. If there's people that are having real problems with each other, just knock it off. Seriously.
I have.
We don't need to be yelling at people to get the F out of here. If you don't want to be here, you don't have to be. People that are here, enjoy your time here. This is entertainment. We're just hanging out, shooting the shit. I see somebody's ruffling some people's feathers, and I'm about ready to start putting people on timeout if you don't knock it off. These comments are getting hard to keep up with, so be courteous to each other. We're not here to be fighting. We're just here to hang out and have fun. All right? Thanks.
Yeah, I won't, of course, out who the mod is, but a couple of your mods are doing a great job. It doesn't show up on StreamYard, just so you know. So
I was trying to look.
Yeah, you'll see things on StreamYard that if you look at the actual YouTube chat, they've been removed or timed out or whatever. So, yeah, just try to be courteous, folks. It's entertainment, but it's also something we're trying to get through educationally. There's a possible alleged situation from their own mouths themselves. They admitted to being a P3DO. There's that. So, I mean, when somebody just straight out admits it and then fights about who's the bigger one, that's pretty obvious, but we're going to pull a record. And there may not be a record, and he still may be one, but we're not going to accuse. Oh, it's kind of hard not to accuse when he says himself he is. I mean, I don't know. It's a twisted situation.
Well, if there was a catch and it didn't go through the law, even if it was a catch, dude, and it was on clip,
yeah,
I will personally think that you're
right.
in my own heart.
If you can get that clip, man, dude. If I have to go live, or I could just do a premiere, dude. I would go live just to show the clip and then just end it or premiere it or some shit. What's up, CCC spokesman? Hey, CCC spokesman. I have to apologize to you. I had to get rid of a few wrenches and I accidentally clicked yours. I will give you your wrench back. Now that I've got your handle, I can go to my YouTube studio. So I will add you back as a moderator. It was an accident. I thought it was I'll just say I thought it was somebody else at first. And after I exited out the same, I realized I did that. I might have already given it back to you. I think it went back to one of the previous streams. But if you're not, you will get it back. That was simply an accident on my part. So don't think you did anything wrong. But yeah, check out the CC Spokes. He does some pretty good clips and editing. Pretty comical. And then he uses. There was one time I was really drunk on my stream, and CCC. He was actually trying to help me, but I looked at it as like a trolling thing. And I said, "How dare you, CCC," or something like that. And he puts that at the end of his videos. It's kind of funny. But no, he's actually a really good content creator. I think if he's gonna go and, do the whole YouTube thing extensively, I think he's gonna be a great content creator, to be honest with you. We used to fight a lot, and then Constantine got us to make a peace agreement, and we kind of fought again. And thanks to Cat Eyes, by the way. Cat Eyes has put me in my place several times. That's why I have a lot of respect for Cat Eyes. Yeah, I don't think we've had any issues, CCC, in a while, right? Am I right about that, brother? Oh, yeah, he said no worries, or thanks, Chef, no worries, just don't let it happen again. Yeah, right? No, we're cool. CCO and I used to have issues, but I kind of get where he or she, I don't know where they were coming from. I was doing some stupid shit. It is what it is. It's all good now.
Anthony Joe is here.
Yeah. Anthony Cruiser. Yeah, Anthony, I have to say, man, I heard you on a panel. I think it was this morning, but it wasn't. It was like a day or two or whatever ago, and I have to say, Anthony, I have to give you a little bit more respect now. He's generally, I think, trying to, in a way, I guess, trying to create a little peace, a little bit. He's starting to find his grounding, if you will, his thing on YouTube. And I think that, yeah, I have to say that you have to forgive me. I forgot what was said, Anthony. I just don't remember, but it was something that really caught my attention, and I have to give you props for that one. So I'm going to give you a W or whatever it was. I'll probably remember it later, but your time. Oh. Wait, space. Right. Oh. Yikes. Well, yeah. See, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's like a live and a learn thing, you know, and it seems like YouTube is always evolving with, you know, what's kind of acceptable, what's not. I mean, then you start kind of getting desensitized to a lot of things. Am I the only one? Anybody else up here? I mean, Darrell, I know you're fairly new, but B-Sox, you and I have been through a lot of shit. You kind of get desensitized. Oh, it's just like you start getting desensitized to a lot of the, even being doxxed in a sense. You know, you start getting desensitized to some of that. Like, as you know, now if somebody else gets doxxed, they're getting banned. I'm just saying, like, for me personally, or it's just a point now. It's like, what else can they do? You know, I have no criminal record. OTR, I've got that in the barrel, ready to show if I have to show my real name. I don't give a shit. Most people know. But the only thing I have is traffic violations. And a minor in possession of alcohol. So, yeah, failed to yield no proof of insurance, which I went to court to take care of it, and then 2 speeding tickets, I believe. Yeah, I don't have anything, and yeah, I asked. It was a while back. I think it was OTR or somebody else. If I said, here's my everything. Do a background, and then before Ed stuff all dropped, before we knew about Edward. That was before the first paperwork came out. Anyways, he did a background check me like in 2022. Somebody asked, like, I bet you Jeff has a criminal. I'm like, first of all, I can't have a criminal record with all the jobs I've done. And yeah, he did it, and he's like, he don't have anything except for the infractions.
Have any of you got a Tempur-Pedic?
I've slept on one in a guest bedroom, and that's it. And it's the best thing I've ever slept on.
Now, if you ever been on a Tempur-Pedic with a box spring under it and the box spring freaking broke, it is very uncomfortable sometimes.
Well, I got a memory foam bed, which is basically the same, and it's got a 8-inch platform box spring underneath it. The memory foam bed's 14 inches thick. Freaking love this bed.
Yeah, mine's about 14 inches thick. and it's got the 8-inch box spring.
The only
But,
thing is,
a couple of the cross
good
members
size.
broke because I kneed it too hard. I dumped my knee right into the freaking bed, dude. Broke, and now it's kind of like I gotta fix it.
The only thing I don't like about it is it's not that very workable when you're trying to have sex on them.
No, I haven't experienced that yet, honestly, but I can kind of tell.
It's horrible. I'll tell you that it is.
I actually when I was at when my mom was alive, I was fucking this girl. I was on an actual memory foam bed. It was like 24 inches thick, and it was not too great.
Well, you put a knee in and it just sinks all the way down. So
Oh yeah,
you can just do the picture from there, and that's all you got to
her
think.
balls were tickling off the memory foam. Trying to do doggy style.
That's when you put one leg up and you're on one knee and one foot's flat, so you got some sort of freaking balance.
Some thrust. Huh.
Then you have to hold on the headboard too on top of it.
Shit. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
I usually like to put my feet against the wall.
Not to change the subject, but I'm going to backpedal a little bit. So, let's see. Darrell was up there. Savvy was up there. Christy was up there. I was borderline about to cross the invisible line last night. And it wasn't like intentionally. I swear it was not intentionally. I was like, I'm going to get a pony of this and a 4-pack of 16-ounce Hurricane. I love dark beer and malt liquor. I just do. It has more alcohol in it. And so I went on Ryan's. Go ahead.
Usually.
Yeah.
Guinness is pretty light on alcohol.
Not Guinness. Guinness Hurricane. Basically,
that's
comparable
to domestic beers.
True. Yeah. I like Samuel Adams. Certain flavors. There are some flavors I can't stand. But like I said, I have not been drunk in a long time. And, you think about, okay, the last time I got drunk or was drinking, I drank this amount. And you kind of like, okay, so I only bought a certain amount thinking, okay, if it gets out of hand, it's only going to be this much. But my plan is to do the shooter, which is like a double shot, and have maybe one beer, 16 ounce, or I guess they call them tall boys, whatever. So I did the shooter, and then I went on Ryan's to talk about, which we're working on now, by the way. So my first catch, we'll get into that another channel or another panel, but we're working on getting him arrested. So just FYI. And Ryan did post my first catch, reposted it on his channel on Fireside under videos. It's extremely edited, but it is on there. Posted it last night. It's Southwest Jeff Confronts Predator Store or something like that under his videos in the Cat Fireside. But anyways, so about not too long really after I started my own stream, I realized, and I'm sitting here vaping on my THC pen. I got to send, my ex-wife bought it for me as a gift, and anyways, long story short, I was vaping on that, and it got pretty heavy. So yeah, it was pretty sloshed, and I realized that, especially towards the end, I was like, yeah, I better get off here. I fell asleep almost minutes after. But yeah, so for those who are wondering, was Jeff drunk last night? Yes, I did get drunk. Unintentionally, but it happened. I got white girl wasted, I guess. But I did not cross the invisible line, thank goodness.
Well, you are an adult, Jeff, so you can make your own decisions to drink or not drink.
True. But with my history, I prefer not to. But I literally, folks,
yeah,
Darrell knows I've been through a lot of shit this last couple of weeks. That's why you haven't seen me on YouTube. I've been going through a lot. I almost lost one of my children. I mean, it's been horrible what I've been through. And I did it without self-medicating with alcohol. And finally, I just, you know what? I just want a couple cool beers and a shot of whatever this thing is. And
oh yeah, dude, you're entitled to that right as an adult.
Right. But I'm just saying for the people that know that I usually have a hard time with only having a few drinks, or I go so long that like last night, I went so long that my tolerance was so low, it didn't take much at all. And I realized that, probably about halfway through the stream, but towards the end, I couldn't stay awake. I was like, yeah, I'm in the stream. Good night. Thanks for coming up. I was like, yeah.
Exactly how I am.
Right.
Yeah, I'm usually at the point where I get like kind of, like a good buzz, or it's just all shit face. I'm in the toilet or in the yard puking, passing out in the shower, waking up with shits in the morning, kind of drunk.
Yeah, that's when you're really addicted, man. I've never been through a lot of that, but I've heard some people that have.
Listen here, if you drink a whole bottle of tequila one night, you're going to have the shits the next morning, and I don't care who you are.
Right. You know what? It's kind of funny. I'll tell this little story. People get a kick out of this. So when me and my now ex-wife were engaged, I don't think, no, we weren't engaged yet. Anyway, it's back in the 90s, but we just started living together and whatnot. And anyways, we went to see. Okay, so when Chris DeGarmo left Queensryche and Alice in Chains broke up, Jerry Cantrell had his own band, and Chris DeGarmo from Queensryche was the new guitarist, and they had a show at it's a club, but it fits like 1,000 people. It's like one of those big clubs, And anyways, we went there and we were sitting. We had a table seat and everything, and that was in '98, I think, ish, somewhere around there. I'm just guesstimating here, but we ordered these. They were jalapeno poppers, but they were tequila jalapeno poppers, and we were doing shots of tequila. We had the salt, we had the lime. So we're doing tequila shots. We did like 2 or 3 tequila shots. Then we had margaritas after that. And we're eating these fried jalapeno freaking poppers battered with tequila. Next morning I woke up, dude, and yeah, I blew up the bathroom, man. Yeah, it was crazy. Just one shot. Kaboom! Didn't mix too much. You got B-Sox up here doing his shit streams.
Oh yeah, dude, I love taking a poo.
Dude, you know who Moist Critical is, aka Penguin Zio?
I don't know, but if it's Moist Critical, dude, it must be pretty moist.
He's got like, I don't know how many channels he's got, but they're all in the millions of subscribers. A couple of them are in their hundreds of thousands, but he did this experiment with shorts, and I remember actually I caught this first one, and he was literally taking a shit, doing a short, talking about a celebrity situation or whatever. I'm like, whoa, this has got to be fake. You can hear everything. And then, so he did a video today. He says, how much did my ass make? Or how much or something like that. And I was like, I know his net worth is $40 million as a content creator on YouTube. Yeah. So I know he's worth $40 to $50 million. So I was like, this has got to be like some kind of catchy thing. And he literally showed everybody and told everybody he did those streams as an experiment. And he did them as shorts only. I think he did 4 of them, maybe 7. 2 or 4 or 7, but anyways, he's not going to do them anymore, I don't think. But he said that was actually me. I was actually doing that. Yes, And he did it to show people how many millions of views and how much money he made off of them. It wasn't a lot of money because they're shorts, but he did get millions of views. But he made like total, like I think I want to say 4 or 7, one of those numbers. But he made maybe $4,000 or whatever. But it wasn't like a huge amount. But it was just like an experiment because he hates shorts. So he thought he'd do something crazy. And I was thinking, damn, B-Sox does the same shit. Literally.
I do that on live stream, but now you got me thinking maybe I should just start talking while I'm pooping.
Yeah, he'll right. That's what he does. He'll go into something serious, like exposing Cyrex. He's done that before. He's exposed like these big time YouTubers,
And
these
he was
celebrities.
just straight shitting on him.
Yeah, and you can hear him like it's like disgusting. It's like I can't. I'm sorry, it's hard to watch, but you can hear him like shitting, like it's real. And it's like, dude.
Someone was telling me that before that they could hear me. They could hear everything.
Yeah, I unfortunately come into your channel in the morning, especially or late at night, and I'm like, oh, B-Sox is live. I'm not doing anything. I'll go check out what's going on. You're taking a shit. Like, I can't. Sorry, I'm out of here.
I've saw 60 something, 70 people watch me take a shit before.
Yeah, there's people with that fetish.
I don't know. I was like, whoa. I was a little creeped out.
I worked a job where we were doing sales and we are driving around, and my supervisor is like, yeah, I'm gonna win this contest. We're gonna go to Vegas. I'm gonna get myself a prostitute and I'm gonna pay her to take a dump on her chest. I'm like, that is disgusting, dude. But that's things that people get into, and I'm just like, that's fucking gross, man.
Amber Heard shit.
I like when women sit directly on my face and fart down my throat and call me a dirty little bitch.
That is fucking gross.
Only if they call me their slave and I'm handcuffed though.
Dude, Darrell, have you seen? Well, he's got several channels. B-Sox does. He's got thousands of subscribers, different channels. But the one where it's King B-Docs, his handle is at Eat As with 2 Z's. That's all he ever talks about.
Yeah.
I never know if he's actually that serious or not. Like sometimes he really isn't serious.
You don't like burying your face in between a girl's soft butt cheeks? Jeez.
There's a difference, dude. There's tossing salad. I'm not gonna get into that, man.
Not tossing salad. I hope there's no hair down there.
Okay, see, that's what I always thought you were talking about. Then I thought about the Chris Rock skit. Do you prefer syrup do you prefer jelly or syrup? I prefer syrup. When he's about tossing salad.
Actually, I had a girl. She wanted me to put chocolate syrup on her ass and eat it off.
Well, that's kinky stuff, and there's no thing about. I mean, well,
that
and where.
There's this whipped cream, dude, and it's like a vodka whipped cream.
Whipped cream bikini.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember those.
It's a vodka whipped cream. You put it on her, and
that's a body shot.
Yeah.
And Darrell,
whipped cream in a whipped cream can, though.
Darrell, if you need to stop me. I don't want to over say certain things, but you and I had a private conversation about a movie star who was American Pie, and Stifler.
Oh, Stifler, the Stiffmeister.
The Stiffmeister. Well, here's the thing. I did not know this until Darrell told me. So back when American Pie came out, they had the different movies and whatnot with the original cast. They had other movies too that had like different cast members, but the main character, the Stiffmeister, Stifler, American Pie, he also did Dude, You Stole My Car. He's done several other movies too, but anyways, a long story short is when I watched that when it came out, I think in the late '90s, early 2000s, and whatnot. Of course, I was married and I had kids. The list goes on. I was doing a whole different thing, but it always reminded me. The Stiffmeister reminded me of kind of our crew in Minnesota, Minneapolis, St. Paul area. You know, it just kind of reminded us as like we were back then. And then Darrell, if you want to tell the story, he's from, I think, that state you said, or something like that.
Yeah, he's from Cottage Grove, Minnesota.
Wow, interesting. Now, did you say you met him, or am I getting that wrong? I don't want to say the wrong thing.
No, I haven't met him. I'm kind of surprised I didn't, because I did used to go out and party out in the Cottage Grove area, because he's close to my age. We're pretty close to the same age.
Right. Yeah, because you and I are just days apart. Yeah. It kind of makes you wonder, though, if you really think about it back in the day. Because when I saw him, I first saw him on Dude, Where's My Car? But I didn't really, it's like I felt like I recognized him from somewhere. And to me, I was thinking, okay, and I could be right, but I was thinking, well, I probably saw him in another movie or something, you know. So I didn't really think about that much. And then when American Pie, if I said scary movie earlier, I meant American Pie, sorry. But on American Pie movies, I was like, I really believe I met him before. So there's a good possibility we could have ran into him back in the day. Some of the parties, because we used to go to Cottage Grove a lot.
Well, like that Josh Harnett, he's from Edina.
Right. That was literally, 2 miles from my job? Yeah. A different suburb, but it was really close to downtown, obviously. St. Louis Park, Edina. Oh, gosh, there's so many. Brooks, what's that? Something Park or Brooklyn Park? Jesse Ventura was the mayor of St. Louis Park. There was Edina. There was, there's so many places.
He was the governor of Minnesota.
Eden Prairie. Yeah, well, he became the governor later, yeah.
Oh, even Chris Pratt's from Minnesota.
Right. Yep. And of course, Dave Ellefson from Megadeth. Well, he's not in the band anymore. And what he did was borderline P3DO, by the way, folks. Borderline. He was doing a meet and greet with Megadeth a few years back. I think it was Sweden. And he was 50 something, maybe 52, 54, somewhere around there. Anyways, one of the gals in the meet and greet was only 19 years old. Yes, she's of age, but still. And Dave Ellefson is married. And they exchanged information, and they were sexting each other on the internet. He got busted, and that's why Dave Mustaine from Megadeth fired him. But, he's had several public interviews where he just regrets everything. But still, that's just kind of weird, 50-some-year-old sexting a 19-year-old. That's just kind of creepy. It's not against the law, but still, it's creepy.
Right.
I think a lot of the rock stars just do. I don't know. There's all these rappers coming out now too. It's like, the whole P. Diddler shit. Everybody's involved in that, supposedly, and just. Yeah, it's just weird. Oh, let me see if I got the information I need. All right, so this person has not even read it yet. I mean, this person is probably sleeping because they probably have a night shift tonight. So he may not get it today. But this person will do a background check. So yeah, I'll update UB privately and Darrell, and if we find out he is a P3DO, I'll put some stuff together and
Yeah.
expose who need to expose, I guess. If he's in fact one of them.
I mean, maybe just ask throughout the community. Maybe
Right.
they know, because who knows if he's convicted of it. But
Right.
if there was a catch on him, then I'll consider him one.
Yeah, like I
Law
said,
took care of it or not.
with you, I guess you said a catch at the mall with him being caught, and then the video of him admitted. I mean, it's just like, yeah, there's got to be, I don't know, something there.
I'm very interested in the small video. I might have think I seen a picture of him in a wheelchair
Right.
in the mall,
Mm-hmm.
which might have been from the catch.
Could have been, yeah.
It was like it was really pixelated and like it was a live stream that, in a mall you don't really get good service, but
Right.
Well, we definitely broke over 100 people in the chat tonight.
yeah.
Oh, we did? Pretty nice.
About 136 so far.
Well,
very cool. Yeah, you actually got the highest number of concurrent viewers there for a while. I saw 25. I think even got to 30 something there for a few minutes.
well,
That's pretty cool. But yeah, yeah, that was good.
Definitely appreciate everybody tuning in and showing some support and subscribing.
Yeah.
oh yeah. Hit the thumbs up button, folks.
Yeah, please do.
It's nice to have a chill stream to come to.
Yeah, they're pretty rare and few and far between, that's for sure.
I like to have a chill stream.
Oh yeah. Hey, I hate to do this, and it's up to you, Darrell. Whatever you want to do. If you and B-Sox want to chill for a bit, I have to leave for like 15 minutes. I don't know if you don't mind me coming back or if you're still going to be live, but I will be back. If you guys want to stay and chill, it's up to you as well. But I do have to drop down about 15, maybe 20 minutes, give or take.
Yeah, we could do that. I know I was looking at trying to be done by the 2-hour mark because I got some stuff to do before I go to bed, get some more food prep done for lunch tomorrow. But I definitely got some time for a little bit longer.
All right. Well, if for some reason it's the 2-hour mark is about 20, well over 20 minutes away. If I don't make it back up, I do apologize. But I think you and B-Sox have a good time chilling, talking, whatever. But it's if you're still alive and I'm able to, to get this done, I can come back up.
Are you gonna go live, Jeff?
No, I don't think so. I went live last night and I was pretty. Yeah, I was tired too, but I was pretty lit. Yeah, it's still up. Yeah,
I'm gonna go look at it.
Yeah, it was. I was pretty lit. I mean, I was.
I should have came up last night.
Yeah, it wasn't very long. It was like an hour and 15 minutes. I was more. I think the THC got to me more than anything, to be honest with you. The drinks didn't help any, obviously, but yeah, at the very end, I promise you, like if I didn't end it then, I fell asleep within
a 7-gram weed cartridge. That seems like a big weed cartridge.
Yeah, I still got it too. Yep, it seems to last me a while. But I think I fell asleep within seconds or minutes after I ended, and I
Wow.
woke up with almost everything on my headset, everything. So I'm glad I ended it when I did.
I know he's like texting me this morning. Hey man, was I good last night?
Yeah, I was like, I hope I didn't do anything too crazy. I literally was just trying to, you know, just
I'm
have a
like,
little
man,
snack.
you're just happy and lovey.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want to cross that invisible line. When I realized that I was more buzzed than I thought I would be, I stopped myself. I put everything down, and then it got to a point where I was just so tired. I was slurring so much too, and I do slur when I'm tired. I always have. It's something I was born with. So some people may think I was maybe more wasted than I was, but if I was that wasted, I would have went haywire and probably said some stupid shit. So, but I sincerely didn't even mean to get that buzzed. I would say I was tipsy. I don't even think I'd say I was drunk. I was just slurring and tired, to be honest with you. But
Yeah.
people can say what they want.
Yeah, you should have heard him. He's like, come on, Daryl, you gotta get on there with me. I'm like, dude, we already agreed we're gonna do a live tomorrow. Oh, let's do
Yeah,
it tonight too. We gotta do it for like 15, 20 minutes. I'm like, it ain't gonna be no 15, 20-minute freaking live chat.
It's gonna be
right.
hours, dude.
Yeah, and the panel goes by so fast too. Like an hour only seemed like 10, 15 minutes.
I'm
There's,
only good for 2 hours anymore, really. On the
yeah, yeah. I try to keep most of my panels, not all of them, but most of my regular just lives. I try to keep between an hour to 2 hours. But sometimes there'll be those extra long ones. We'll go with 3 or 5, sometimes 6. But it
oh
just
yeah,
depends.
I
But
remember
yeah,
having like an 8 hour live stream and thinking, wow,
what I'll do, I'm just going to mute actually. I'll just mute and I'm going to take care of what I need to take care of. Let me get this done over with. Hopefully I can get it done soon. And I'll be back in about 10, 15, give or take
Jeff's got to
minutes.
change his diaper, folks.
Yes, got to change the diaper. I'll be back.
I know I couldn't last no 8 hours doing a stream after 8 hours of work too.
Yeah, I used to do that all the time when I first started. I was so interested in live streaming, and then I just, I'm only doing 2 3 hour live streams.
Well, like I'll go on my TV and watch YouTube on there, and I'll watch like locale rewind and stuff like that. And Jeff will be like, "Dude, you gotta comment." I'm like, "Dude, I'm tired. I'm watching it on my 55-inch TV.
Yeah,
I'm good. I'm laying down."
yep. I watch YouTube for hours. I'll watch it for hours, but being on it for hours, yeah, it's not all that.
Well, yeah, I watch for hours too because I'm always looking for stuff. I watch a lot of van life videos too. That's one thing I wouldn't mind doing is get myself a van and decking that out.
Yeah, you know what? It'd be cool if it was like at least paying like at least $5 an hour to it. I'd be like all for it. I'd sit there for many hours.
'Cause I know I want to do some traveling and I got a lot of friends to visit, and I'm like, man, it'd be nice just to have a camper van and be just set.
You ever got into the RV community?
I'm into it. I mean, I got buddies that got RVs, but I don't have any RVs. I'd rather be more stealthy so I can just be able to go wherever the hell I want.
Right?
And seeing them vans, even those like box truck van, trucks, it's like I even thought about that because you get those dock plates on the back and you turn that in a little patio. It's just
Yeah.
like this. I'm just like, man, this is giving me too many ideas.
You could weld a little patio out there. Or
And
you
like,
could have like a motorcycle or a little moped or something, have a ramp that comes up the back,
yep.
store it in there.
And I've driven those style vans, so it's like I'm like I can handle doing it because I drive them from occasion at work.
Yeah.
So it's like I could totally do this.
That or like one of those truck camper things.
Yep, or even like a small schoolie,
Yep.
the short bus.
Yeah. I'd like actually one of the campers that I want to get is like a teardrop camper.
I had a coworker that had one of those
Yeah.
for him and his wife. I'm just like, man, that is small.
Right. It's just something to sleep in and cook outside in.
This is
Like a
one
10
woman
on
on
wheels.
this is one woman on YouTube. She doesn't use it anymore, but she lived out of her Prius for 3 years.
Wow.
I'm just like, and she had a dog. I'm like, man, that is just way too small to live 3 years in a Prius with a dog.
Right? Did the batteries go bad or something?
She finally just decided to get, upgrade to like a pickup truck and a camper on the back, and eventually she just got a Mercedes van and did it out the right way, and she just loves it. Now she's been in that thing for almost 3 years on top of it.
Remember those Ford Excursion vans or whatever?
Yep.
The ones with the TV? Yeah, my when I was young, my mom and dad had one. That was pretty cool. Had the
My
lights on
buddies,
the inside.
my buddy's parents had a wall dock, and when we get home from school, when we're in high school, we go like, yeah, let's go pick up some chicks, and I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Start driving around, and it's like, where are we going? I don't know. It's like, nope. All the chicks are in school still playing sports and shit. We had to do it on work days. Parents are at work till like 7. So, but it was just like sitting in there. It's like, man, I could do this van life thing for sure.
Right?
And you
Yeah.
start watching the videos now, and it's just like, holy shit, man. There's so much you can do.
Wasn't it didn't the vans back, I don't know how old you are, but I'm only 27, but didn't like the vans back in the day that would trick them out and like the shag carpet that have a big block in it and
Yeah,
just be like,
like the Volkswagens.
oh,
Yeah, I'm not that old, but I've definitely seen some of those on YouTube and stuff, and I'm like, holy shit, that's cool, but
yeah, I
not
was
that.
thinking of some of the big Ford and Dodge vans.
But like then they got the Overlanders. Those things
Oh
are
yeah,
badass.
yeah,
6-wheelers. I'm like, that'd be cool as hell, man. But man, you'd be going to fuel like nothing.
right, yeah. I'd like to have a one of those toy haulers. It's like a half camper and a
Yep.
half garage kind of thing. On the back folds out into bunks.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Those are pretty cool.
Then you got them actually using like semis with the 53-foot trailers. I'm just like, man, this is getting crazy.
Right? A real toy hauler. That's big money.
Yeah, too much money.
Yeah, you're just throwing it away at that point.
I don't know if you get into like the Peacock app.
No.
So they're like basically like Amazon Prime and all that different stuff, Netflix and everything.
Yeah.
And they got their own line of movies and series. Well, there's an older video game called Twisted Metal.
Oh yeah, I remember that when I was a little kid.
Well, they made it a TV series on Peacock.
Really?
And it took all the characters from all those different series of there and made it a seasonal thing.
Yeah.
And now they're coming out with season 2. It was crazy. They actually have like 6 semi rigs going down the road, and they all connect.
Well,
They got like doors on the side that they pop open and slide out shit, to walk across and put like a barrier on the side so you don't fall out and just walk into different trailers unanimously and be like, one's a kitchen and one's got cars in it, another one's got like a lounging area. I'm like, dude, that's like crazy. That's some serious apocalypse shit right there.
Yeah.
One's got a bar in it.
Like to have a bar, like a little. I want to. Well, at my dad's house, he's got a couple of barns, but here I want to get either a garage attached to the house or a little barn in the back. I'm in a brand new modular home.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah. I really want the barn because I want to concrete slab it and put a car hoist in it.
That'd be pretty badass.
And then in my scrapping truck, I want to kind of put one of those reaper booms in there,
Okay.
so I could run my illegal towing operations out of it. No, I'm just fucking with you, but I would like to get the.
I'm like, okay. Whatever floats your boat.
Well, yeah, I'd tow a car if I had to, but fuck the car dolly. I'd like to just be able to pull up, scoop it up, and get it. Maybe become a repo driver.
What's funny is Jeff was around at this time, but he didn't come out with us. There's this place where we could go off-roading, and my buddy had an older Bronco, and we went out there. And then another buddy of mine had a Geo Tracker,
Oh yeah.
and another had a Suzuki Samurai. And then our other buddy was driving a tow truck because he was a tow truck driver. So in case anybody got stuck, he could pull us out. And then we hit something in my buddy's car. We were in the Bronco and it died. So we had to get towed back to our apartment back in the day. And then as we were being towed back to our apartment, the roof ripped off.
Oh man.
It's like, I was just thinking, thank God we got a tow truck with us.
Right? That's fucked up.
I mean, that would be hundreds of dollars because it was like 20 miles from our place. And I couldn't imagine how much that would have cost us to get towed out of there and then all the way back to our apartment.
So we had like an off-road wrecker. It was 4-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Wow.
He didn't mud as much as we did because he was still working, but I'm just like, this is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had days like that where I got 70 acres here, so I mean, probably in like 2016, 2015, there's just people coming over here, just like people I knew, they just come over here, get all fucked up and just destroy. I've seen Jeeps just get destroyed in a matter of minutes here.
Yeah.
One time I was sleeping in the house. My dad's buddy came over. He was all fucked up, and he was coming up the hill, and the whole front of the windshield got covered in mud. So he just slammed into the back of the porch.
I'm back.
That would hurt.
I woke up. I was like, "What the fuck was that?"
Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yeah, we hear you.
And you got there's a channel in your chat that's got a pretty good damn channel. Looks like the Red French Dose RFD, and it looks like
real French Dose. Yeah.
It looks like he exposes Preds on his channel. He's got over 500 subscribers. He or she. It just says the real French Dose RFD. Is that the person you were talking about earlier?
Yeah, he came into my chat. He said, "Yo,
He's good people. Then he's the one that kind of brought your attention about the what's his name in Cyrax.
yeah,
I'm gonna give him a sub. Yeah, I just subbed to you. The real French. If you know anything, I'll drop. We can drop the link for you if you want to come up. Anything
is
helps.
it the real one? Yeah, it is the real one, huh?
Yeah, yep. I just subbed to that person
He
too.
ain't live streaming no more. Where's his live streams at?
Oh, I think
He used to live stream.
he may have taken some down or something. I don't know what he or she. It's a
Troll
he.
TV. Speeds drags.
No, he just mainly just post stuff. Mug shots, reports.
I see that, huh? Oh, you got fucked up looking Lorraine with I'm gonna screenshot that one.
This dude, whoever it is, has actually got some good points.
Lorraine, brutally Lorraine.
Actually,
Oh, Jeff, I forgot to tell you. I almost got to see Kid Rock on Saturday.
No shit.
Oh, really? I drank a beer with that guy.
No shit.
I built
No
his.
shit. I was
I
supposed to
built
go, and then for some reason my buddy was dating this chick, and they broke up, and they had tickets, and he didn't want to go with her because he's already seen somebody else, I guess. And he's like, "You want to go?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, I'm all about the concert, man." And then she started being a bitch to him, and he was gonna pick us all up, drive us there, and then pick us all up and drive us home. He was being that cool about it, and then she just went off the deep end, and he just told her, "You know what? I'm not picking you up. Daryl's not going, and you can find your own ride and fuck off and leave me alone." I'm like, son of a bitch. I'm just thinking, man, what an epic weekend. Got hammered and yelled at by a bartender on Friday night. Slept in a hotel room. And now racing to get back home to get cleaned up and go to a concert.
I've never seen Kid Rock in concert. I got to work one of his concerts, but I was outside the entire time. So never got to. I heard the music. I could hear everything. That was it. Never got to meet him or anything. The only thing I can say is I watched him walk from his tour bus inside the building. That was it. That's it.
Yeah, it's like I wanted to see him. Wasn't a big deal to me. He's changed his music style so much, and it's like I don't mind country, but it's just like he's changed so dramatically. It's like, where's the I want to be a cowboy and all the other stuff.
Boom Shuck, or not Boom Shakalaka, was that song? Bitty bitty bang the damn dum. I
remember that one.
Yeah. My name is Kid.
My name is Kid Rock. That's I think was my introduction to Kid Rock. Was that song?
Wow. Have you ever had his beer?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I didn't know it. I heard about something, but so it's a beer.
I didn't know he came out with one.
Oh no, I built his refrigerators. Well, on a large scale, they were like let's say they were like 70 by 150 or 100 by 150 or something like that.
You live near Kid Rock, so that makes sense.
Well, Romeo, but his brewery's down in Detroit.
Right. So it's just simply called Badass Beer? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
That must have been after the Bud Light thing.
Oh, it was before that.
Really? Because he was always like sponsoring Bud Light.
Yeah. Yeah, he used to have his own beer. I don't know if he still makes it or not, but it was pretty
thought
good.
he had
Wasn't bad at all.
thought he had like a bourbon or something, some kind of bourbon brand or whiskey or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's got that now.
He was trying to get Eminem to do a tour with him too.
Right. Yeah. Somebody released a video about that a couple days ago, actually, on YouTube. One of the rock, I don't know if it was Rock Feed or something, but there was like a little mini doc about what happened with that too. By the way.
Really?
Yeah. I watched. I wasn't completely focused, but I did watch it. It was not very long, maybe 20, 30 minutes, but I don't remember the details. I'll have to go to my recently played, and I'll send the link.
My understanding, Emin didn't want to do it.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's kind of crazy too. It's like with the whole P. Diddler shit and all that mess going on is, of all people, Nancy. Wait, it's my phone too. I'll be hearing the echo in the background. But Nancy Grace, you know, she's kind of like one of those strict, you know, lawyer, judge, ex-lawyer, whatever she is, you know. And she was going through some old Eminem beats. You know, he was literally exposing people in the early 2000s.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
He was exposing P. Diddy a lot.
He's always been ripping on P. Diddy, trying to get him exposed, and it's just like it never worked. It's like it was so covered up. It was like you heard it in the lyrics, plain as day, what he was saying, and it's just like, and people just, there was just too much power on that entertainment side with all that, and it's like, I'm one of the people, you know, pedophiles, rapists, people that are doing things you know, to an unwilling person deserve to get what they get.
Yeah, and he did it kind of encrypted because, you know, Nancy Grace was putting the lyrics on the screen. It was something about, yeah, I took a puff or something, and then he said like a few of the lyrics, and then he says, "Did he?" Like did he, but he spelled it with DIDD.
Yeah.
And then I think it was like Y or H. I don't know. He did it in such a way where if you weren't really paying attention, you wouldn't have got it. And it was like, did he do it? And he goes, and he said something about a minor, not thinking of another song, but he says something about a minor. And it's like, holy shit, he's exposing all kinds of people. And she was like, you know, I wasn't really a big rap person, but, you know, I heard something, so I went digging into Eminem's, you know, discography and his lyrics, and he was exposing a lot of this stuff back then.
Oh, yeah. And, like, I used to be a huge fan of R. Kelly, and then look what happened with that. It's like,
right.
It's like, damn, man, that guy had all the talent in the world, all the opportunity to be with some of the hottest women out there, and he chose to go that way. It's like, that just sucks. But you know, he got what he deserved.
Yeah, like
and he was
Cosby. Hey, what's up, Scammy? We haven't got Scammy the Bader in the house.
He was hanging with P. Diddy and all them back then too. He's got songs with P. Diddy back in those days. So you know, it's kind of like he was already doing that stuff, just like those guys were doing, and he wound up getting caught. But now the tables have turned, and now it's finally, you know, shade have been hitting on Diddy for as long as it has, and it's like you had, you know, Usher living with him when he was a minor and sleeping in the same bed with him.
I think he was like 15 years old or something like that. Yeah, 48-hour parental whatever you call it, and then he did the same thing with Justin Bieber, but it was a different scenario, but it's still things still it's like it was really.
Yeah, and his bribe with Justin Bieber was a Lamborghini.
Right.
And he started talking about the Lamborghini, and P. Diddy was getting all like, nervous, like, "Hey, man, you don't talk about what me and your big brother do."
Right.
And it's just like,
I just sent you a text message on your phone that should be coming through any second. Just keep that between us or whatever. But yeah, there was.
Well, I do gotta get going to sleep, guys.
All right. Hey, thanks for coming up. Hey, yeah, we need to keep on top of this, and we'll look into it. I'll let you know. The person just texted me back, by the way.
Yeah.
They're wanting to know a little bit more details before they look the person up, so I'm sending them some stuff now.
Okay.
I think they might be watching. Hey, what's up, Dave? Deej Trains.
Dave's Trains is here. What's up, Dave?
Yeah, we got Dave in the house. Yeah, I've been taking a break, Dave, from YouTube for the most part. I went live last night, got a little toasted, a little lit.
Got some good trains on his.
He does.
Dave, thanks, Scammy.
I've known Dave for a long time.
Yeah, I actually watched one of his videos recently. He was, I think, in like a city or something. It was a very cool train. I think it was one of those speed trains. But he puts all the information, on his videos. Like,
Yeah.
I don't comment that much, Dave. I need to comment more, to be honest with you. I do press the like, I just don't comment that much. I probably should comment more. Yeah, he has some pretty cool videos.
All right. Well, I do gotta get going out of here, guys.
All right, man.
Cook some food.
Thanks
Yeah, we'll
for
keep in touch.
Yeah, I'll come up anytime you guys want.
Sounds good, brother. And yeah, I'll be in touch with you privately.
Yeah.
I may get the records here any second minute. I don't know. I have to talk privately to somebody, so I think they're not just going to look up somebody. I have to explain to them why we need to look up this person.
Yeah.
So I'll be in touch with y'all. And of course, if I do, I don't plan on going live again for a while again, but if I do, it would be for this reason, and in the hopes that both of you would, or at least me socks at the most. I know Daryl's not a huge part of it, but he's obviously welcome. I don't want to interrupt his work schedule or anything else, but I'd like to have y'all up, if I do this, especially you, B Socks.
Yeah. Oh, count on it. I'll be there.
Because you're the one that brought this to our attention. So
yeah.
But,
someone else brought it to my attention, and I just want to know the facts.
Yeah, her screen name is Canadian Girl, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was hoping she'd be here. I think I see her. I asked her in your stream, and maybe I didn't see the response, but I see her a lot in the Locale universe, if it's the same one.
Yeah, I think it's her.
Yeah. So I think we've actually even maybe had an exchange of a hello once or two, whatever. All right, man. You have a good night, B-Sox. Thanks for coming over.
Yeah, anytime.
All right, man. Thanks a lot.
Yep. Have a good night, Daryl.
You too, bud.
All right, peace.
See you soon.
Yeah. You had a good stream tonight. Yeah, we had some. You had your highest viewership. We got to 25, 30, something like that, for consistent viewers for a while. You gained probably 15 subscribers tonight?
Yeah, pretty close to that. I mean, I'll have to reboot my phone, but it shows 110 right now, but I think it might be a little more than that now.
Yeah, that's what it's showing on my end. I'm going to do a little refresh. You went from 98 to 110, and like I said, we did. We didn't expose somebody per se, but we are looking into somebody, and a person that has self-admitted to Cyrax that he is a P3DO. You guys know what I mean, Pred. And there's also other evidence where he was caught by a certain catcher or something at a mall. So we have all this information, and we just need to try to figure out, what's going. Oh, I think I'm being invited to another stream. Oh shoot! I didn't know she was live. I didn't even. I should have done that. I should have checked who was live before. But it's your stream, but this was kind of.
I'm gonna call it good. We've been on for a little over 2 hours now.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I'll go on another panel. I mean, 2 hours.
111 was my sub count, and
yeah, I see that.
180 for the live chat. Nice.
191. This will be your. Oh wait, no, I was on the wrong one. Sorry. Yeah, the highest number of live stream we had was our last one, actually, 3 weeks ago. It was 3 weeks. Wow, it's been a while. Panel sharing with Southwest Jeff, that was 104 views. Your second live was 62 views. Your test live was 66. Yeah, but you gained 10, 11, 13 subscribers tonight, too.
Sweet,
but yeah, I'm going to check. I haven't been to Instagram in so long. I posted just a couple things like once in a while. I'll post. Okay, so I was invited to another stream. Okay. I don't know what it's about. I don't want to get too much involved, in the drama. I'm trying to stay away. I'm trying to. I don't know. No matter what I do, it never seems right. I try to make peace. I try to plead with people and things and so on and so forth. It just seems like it never really goes well, no matter what I do.
Yeah, I'm ready to call it an end of this one. All right, guys. Thanks for coming on. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for subscribing and the likes, and we'll see you on the next one.
Wait, before you end it, can you give me just 1 second? Because there's something I need to do. I'm on a different tab at the moment. There's just something I do need to do before you end it here. Sorry, I'm doing so much freaking multitasking right now. It's insane. Okay, so that account, that is, Ryan does not know who that person is. So don't come in here with that account, please. He's already addressed that. So I'm just going to time you out for 10 seconds, but use a different alt or something. Just don't come in here with that because he's addressed that and he has no idea who it is. Okay. So just do a little 10-second timeout there. Ask Ryan, blah, 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 blah. All right. Anyways, I'll text you in private, or I'll call you actually, right? Or we'll just stay on here actually. We'll talk about what I need to talk to you about. And then,
All right, I'm gonna end the stream.
all right, sounds good. Bye, everybody. Thanks for coming by. Sorry about getting a little toasted last night. I didn't mean to, but I did. My tolerance is so low. But, yeah. Hasta la pasta.